Hey, good evening, good evening. Welcome to All Ports Gaming, SuperCars NZ. This is Doug in the Broadcasting Lounge, and we're coming to you tonight, Wednesday night, for the first time with our TCRs. We are doing this because we have a new man here with us, a person who drives within our league and a top fast racer within one of our V8 Supercars series by the name of Peter van der Berg, not to be confused with Peter van Gisbergen. How are we going there, Pete?
Yeah, hello, Doug. Thanks for having me tonight, guys. Yeah, a
Yeah.
bit of a change of scenery for me, but yeah, looking forward to having a shot on these awesome TCR racing.
Certainly is. It's really awesome. These cars, totally different from our usual type of racing that we stream. Obviously, V8s on Tuesday that you're most familiar with driving. A big heavy car, lots of power under that foot, and then onto our Thursday night streamed racing in the GT3s, where it's all about aerodynamics and keeping the foot pinned to the floor.
Yeah, yeah, these are definitely a way different feeling inside the car than what we used to usually. Um, the steering feels way heavier on these cars than what it does in the V8s, for instance.
Yep.
And I think it's just because it's the front wheel drive that makes it so much different.
There we go. So these are front-wheel drive vehicles. I think they're a maximum of about a 2 litre with turbos attached to them. So
Yeah,
still packing quite a bit of power, and but as you said, definitely a heavier steering feel, which can make the car feel quite odd coming through corners. And you'd say it makes the rear of the car feel a bit lighter as well, wouldn't it?
yeah, definitely. Um, I found with driving these previously, actually when it's got more fuel on board, it actually feels a bit more stable, and
Hmm.
then obviously as you go through the race and you lose some fuel, you can feel the rear end getting lighter and lighter as you go.
Correct, yeah. And with that as well, the rear end being able to move around a little bit, the car is probably, I suppose, a wee bit more forgiving to drive with the rear end being loose because all that power is still going to the front, pulling the car through the corners. So a lot more different again to our V8s and GT3s, where when the rear's going out, that's usually bad things are going wrong.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. Um,
Yeah.
I think braking in these ones are pretty is quite a art to master as well, because
Yep.
yeah, it's you want to do quite a bit of straight line braking and then really work nicely on your trail braking with these ones, because
Correct.
that puts you out quite a bit if you
That
get it
that
wrong.
that is very correct. Yeah. So we've also got Sean McNamara up here in the broadcasting lounge tonight, and he's actually out there just doing a few laps. And he was saying before the braking side of things becomes quite twitchy. Do you want to give the folks at home a bit of an understanding of that one for us, Sean?
Yeah, how you going? Yeah, so I've been out doing like 4 or 5 laps, just hitting walls at the moment, trying to. These tyres are really cold, and Peter's definitely 100% correct. The steering is so heavy in these little cars, big front wheel drive. So under brakes, the thing's twitching, turning, you're holding on to it. I'm trying to understand the difference between trail braking and heavy braking in these cars. So holding the brake through the corner. So yes, again, way different to the V8s. It's interesting. They say the racing's really good because it's nice and close. A lot of slipstreaming and all the rest of it. So I've got my eye on the stream and I've got my eye on front of me. So I'm multitasking tonight. It's quite fun listening to Peter on his debut tonight. We can say and doing a
Yeah.
great job so far, guys. Looking good.
Yes. Certainly are.
Awesome.
Certainly are. Yeah. So I think for Sean, I think some pointers around the braking is get on it pretty hard and early, but then you've got to progressively come off that brake pretty quickly as well. Wouldn't you say, Pete?
Yeah, yeah. I think with these ones, the more weight you can keep on the wheels, on the front wheels in the corner, the better traction you get going through the corner. So obviously tail braking plays a part there as well, but
Yep.
it's just the initial hard braking that you wanna do that in a straight as possible line,
Correct. Yep.
without unsettling the car.
Your introduction to joining iRacing, you said you spent quite a bit of time under the TCRs. I think they were a new release when you first joined.
Yeah.
So you've got a bit of I suppose a soft spot or a love affinity with these cars. What's your car of choice? Why? And do you want to make any shout outs to any teams that you may drive with?
Yeah, so when I started out in iRacing, this was basically, I mean, I suppose most people start in the Mazda MX-5 Cup, where I did as well, but then quickly jumped to these as soon as I got into D class license. And yeah, I think you get the Audi the free package for the TCRs, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just started with the Audi, and yeah, obviously I've got a bit of a love for the Audi.
Yep.
Some of my German accent, I would say. But yeah, no, I got used to the Audi, and that I just stuck through seasons driving this stuff and trying to progress through the licenses in it. Although it's not one of the easiest classes or to actually participate in as a rookie or a D license holder, because yeah, with it comes quite close battles in these cars, and you usually find yourself door to door with other guys, so it's hard racing in public lobbies in these ones. But yeah, I kind of got used to it, and yeah, progressed quite well through that. So yeah,
Nice.
I've got a soft spot for them, and
Nice.
yeah, team wise, I'm part of the Misfits racing team, so I'll be supporting the boys out there tonight. See, most of them are in the Honda Civic.
Yep. So give us a shout out. Give us some of the names of the guys that are out there tonight that we should be keeping an eye on.
Yeah, so Scott McKenzie, Trent Bennett, Derek Lovegrove, of course, and then also I think Scott's son, is he in tonight? James McKenzie? Yeah, he's there.
He is, and so they've
Yeah.
actually got that all locked out at the moment. P6, 7, 8, and 9. So that's Misfits Racing. That's your team there. Pete, was that one that you sort of co-found, set up, or is you taking the ball by the horn? Or give us a bit of rundown of the team.
Oh well, I think Scott is actually the main man behind the team. But yeah, we kind of got together at some stage after we left with PSR when they decided to disband PSR. So we all just went our separate ways and did our racing, and then we kind of found that we're close on track. You know, the few of us are pretty close on track, and we started chatting about it, and yeah, the name Misfits came up from Scott, and I said, gee, well, one day if we feel like making a team, I think we should get a few of us together, and we call it the Misfits Racing Team. And yeah, so you can probably say it's a bit of co-finding between me and Scott and Derek, maybe. But yeah, we're just trying to keep it small and simple. No pressure, and obviously as we progress and get sponsorships and stuff, at the moment I think Scott's Festive Foods is our main sponsor.
Yep.
So yeah, as we progress and we look at new sponsorships and stuff, we might grow it a bit, but I think we'll just keep it a close, small team.
I like how you say that, and Sean's probably having a wee chuckle in the background as well. Just a nice small team, eh? These Misfits guys, a nice little small team of 5 that just randomly popped up one day at SuperCars NZ.
I've got breaking news. Peter has had packet loss on the Hitchell, so hopefully he's got some data.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I have some internet issues these days with iRacing for some reason, which I never had, but yeah.
You can always reset your modem, stuff like that. Have you tried turning it off and on again? That's always the go-to for everyone.
No, done that.
Anyway, you'll sort it, no doubt. I look forward to this. I
Should be
mean,
good.
I'm sure I can multitask. We'll keep the racing alive. I got a lazy 4th place, so Christian Hermanson pulled out. So did Dylan as well. So it looks like I'll be starting P2.
Oh, they've left, have they?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They must have seen Leon SDI car and thought they didn't want to be hit by it. So
Yeah, well, why not?
nice,
Yeah.
fun little race about to happen. How
So
much
that'll
time we
be
got left? Yeah.
a couple of minutes, unless it suddenly randomly lapses over because of inactivity on qualifying. So yeah, there we go. So if P2 and P3 don't turn up for the start of the race, that'll be a Leon Weir, Sean McNamara, Team SDI battle for Turn 1 win. Shortly followed up by Daniel Johnstone there, who will be effectively 3rd spot. And then it'll be Scott McKenzie, Trent Bennett, Derek Lovegrove, James McKenzie for P's 4 through to 8. And then we've got just behind James, we've got Mike Limbrick repping the Audi tonight, so I'm sure Peter will be keeping a nice close eye on that one and be willing to share some pointers afterwards. And rounding up the field, the Grandmaster himself for the TCR Cup or TCR Series is Steve Darren with SDI as well. So Steve Darren, one of the admin, has set up the TCRs series for us after we not long ago dropped the Wednesday night practice for the GT3s. We thought it was a good thing to do. TCRs have been good fun for a lot of people to go and, I suppose, shed that midweek stress and have a bit of downtime, a bit of fun outside of the competitive nature of the V8s on Tuesday and the GT3s on Thursday. But Pete and I would both know that coming along and racing from time to time in the TCRs, it's anything but unstressful.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun in these cars, and especially if you can pull out a few good battles, it's a lot of fun.
100%. So
Just looking, so we've got 10 corners on this track, 3.9 k's long.
Cool. So bring that up.
And it's 62 years old, this track, do you believe it?
Wow.
Holy.
Yeah.
That's done quite well, so it's obviously still a live active track today.
Yep.
And our guys tonight, they've got 2 races. What have we got happening first there, Pete?
Yeah, so our first heat race happening now is a 8-lap race, and then our feature race would be a 18-lap race with a 5-minute warm-up in between those two.
Wow, nice stuff. So maybe during that downtime of the warm-up, we might be able to have a chat to a couple of the guys downstairs and get a bit of rundown on how they felt about the first race and what strategies they might be employing for the main feature.
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to this. I can already see a good battle coming up from Leon and Dylan by the looks of it. Sorry, you were saying, Sean?
Do these cars, can you flash your lights with these cars? Does anyone know? Has anyone got that information? No light flashing skills?
I suppose you can if you've got a button set for it.
I'm just trying to find out what Leon's got NVVMEA. I wonder what that stands for.
I'm not too sure, but you've got 13 seconds to get on grid before you miss out.
Mate, I'm here. On that that car that doesn't have the SDI paint because I only put it on tonight. So that's me in that car. Yeah. And there's you two at the bottom.
Yep, we are.
We'll hold everybody up.
Here we go.
Green, 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 green.
And I'm not going very fast.
You guys blocked down there on the line by the looks of it.
There you go. Leon's made a very good start to the race, stretching that out to just over 1.2 seconds already. Scott McKenzie had an absolute flyer off the line, moving up into 2nd spot very quickly.
He's got our first car off there at the back.
Yeah, Daniel Johnson dropping down a few spots.
He got hit by P3. Rubbed out there. These cars obviously understeer chronically until we get the tyre temp up.
Yeah.
Yep, so tyre temp is a big one, isn't it, Pete?
Yeah, definitely. You kind of feel these tires heat up after about 3 laps or so. Ooh, and just as I say that, there's a big question. What did you do, Sean?
Oh, yeah, just oh, look, someone, Steve followed me. We'll get him back to pits. Don't you worry about that.
So Steve Darren off the back there, also feeling sympathetic for his teammate Sean McNamara.
I'm
parking
sure I
under
didn't
the
hit
sand
him.
traps.
The replay must be awesome.
Yeah.
So that's Leon, P1, going well wide out across the grass and rejoining sideways. It gives Mike Limbrick the big serve.
Oh, that was. Are you gonna push? Are you
He's
gonna push, Steve?
trying his best to redress that one, but it's not happening. So there we go. Look at that, Team Misfits out for the early lockout with Scott McKenzie P1 with Derek Lovegrove there in second, James McKenzie in P3. I've got to stop talking about people's names as Derek Lovegrove's just gone for a detour across the grass.
There's a great replay coming up, guys. Great replay. No, I need a push. I still need the push, Steve. Need the push still, mate. To the bay. To the bay. Oh, look, this is a classic.
That's one thing I found with the TCRs driving in them last season was not only just the battles, that's a lot of fun, but yeah, all these little stuff that happens in between is gets you quite laughing, and yeah, everybody seems to enjoy a bit of a argy-bargy kind of thing.
Make sure you
Yep,
put
well,
your pit
now
limiter on.
James McKenzie to the lead after Scott McKenzie went for a detour on the grass. That's brought Daniel Johnson, AJR, Andrew Johnson Racing, up into P2 there, and he'll be hoping that he can get through this section of corners nicely and not understeer off into the grass like some of the others have done. Leon's been able to recover not too badly there, and we have a look off the front of his car as the cars go around for their next lap. Lap 3 now of 8.
Uh-oh.
That sounds. I'm just looking. I thought Mike Limbrick and Steve Darren might have a little bit of a battle. It looks like Mike is holding in there.
Yep, they're pretty close at the moment. Sean McNamara getting well out of the way of these guys battling it here.
Such a professional driver getting out of the way like that.
Yep. There's Sean there with his awesome profile pic of Bert and Ernie.
Oh, it's going to be AK Pete and Duck.
AKA. Yeah, I laughed at that when I saw it
Misfits
last
off
night.
on the grass again. Sean not giving him any room.
What? I'm still a lap down, but that's alright. It's fun.
Got Leon making a move on Derek now.
There it is, we've got that one here. Back of Leon's car, not looking very Honda-ish compared to Derek's one.
Yeah. Yeah, he got pretty rear-ended there at one stage by the looks of it.
It did. So Leon got a lot of room to make up now. He's currently sitting nearly 3 seconds behind James McKenzie in first, with 4 laps remaining out of this first heat race. Do we reckon he might be able to do enough if he can keep it on track to close that margin down and get back to P1?
Yeah, definitely. I think Leon is surely a fast driver, so yeah, he's definitely got the ability to get in there if he can keep it clean. And by the looks, yeah, depending on what kind of setups he's running as well, he might have a bit more straight line speed than the rest of the guys. But it looks like he's closing in pretty fast.
Yeah, I see gap timings between Daniel and James also closing down. Daniel's managed to just latch onto the slipstream of James Mackenzie there as that time margin comes down from 0.6 towards 0.5. It's a nice long straightaway section. Well, it's not really straight, but it's a flat out section through here. And you've got to be careful because with that extra added speed can make it hard to find the right braking marker. But Daniel's done a great job through the right and left there, coming around the last corner onto the home straightaway again. But looky, who's in the background?
He's lurking. He's surely catching up to them. And that's one thing. What's another thing about these cars is the moment you start battling with somebody else, it seems like you don't realize it at the time, but you lose so much speed and time to the cars behind that it's quite easy to catch up if you're sitting like Leon now in P3. As soon as the front two guys start battling, you surely catch up quickly to them.
Certainly do. Daniel Johnson's really lined himself up for a good opportunity. If he can keep it nice and tidy through the braking section through here, I'd say he'd almost be close enough with the draft to be able to capitalise and make a run on James Mackenzie down through the straightaway here. The amazing thing is that Leon's almost got the exact time gap back from Daniel, but Daniel a lot closer to James now, and that draft margin just helping accelerate him further ahead. James looked like he was positioning the car on the inside line a bit more to make sure that Daniel didn't have a good easy look around him.
Yeah, and just as we're watching this, Derek is catching up quite good now as well.
100%.
In P4.
Yep, see him
So,
floating in there. Derek Lovegrove, car 17, Team Misfits. Yep, certainly getting closer to here, but the battles at the moment is this one, and you can see how tight that is as James makes just a little bit of a mistake. And that's allowed Leon to walk up the inside of Daniel Johnson there. He's been able to capitalise and take that position nicely. It's not to say that it's all over.
Yeah, no, there's still a couple of laps to go. It seems like it's the Honda Cup tonight with all these Hondas out on track.
It is. Well, I actually I had a look at the pre-registration, even though I'm not racing. I had a look at how many cars had come in beforehand, and I chose to bring the Audi just to try and balance out some of the Honda numbers. But that could be a future series. We'll rename the TCRs just to the Honda Cup.
Yeah, that's it. Oh.
And look,
yeah, I actually jumped in the Honda
there
as well tonight.
He's still there. He's still pretending like he knows what he's out there doing. Old Makatap Namara coming to grips with his Honda power.
Hey, mate. Woo!
We'll have an in-car with McNamara.
Oh, talk about the pressure. Last lap, is it? Or
Nearly.
no?
Yeah, I think we forgot.
Anyway. Trying to get my... Ooh, was that... Oh, contact! You need to get back up to the front, boys. Go back and see what's happened there.
Yeah, so Daniel Johnson off there. So James Mackenzie in front. Derek Lovegrove in second. Leon there in third. So Daniel Johnson had fallen off. We'll have a quick squiz and just see what happened there, because it has Leon off track and Daniel off track. We'll have a quick replay.
Oh, someone else.
Oh, Derek went off as well.
C2 off.
Got a bit excited to keep him up here.
There we go. And was that Derek back off the track again, was it?
Yeah. Derek lost it as well.
Same place I lost it. Turned at the hairpin, or...
Oh, look at that. that bite on the steering wheel under brakes there, that was something else, wasn't it?
Yeah, all of a sudden just loaded up lost control of the car.
So James Mackenzie's about to get served off by P8, Sean McNamara, as he's found all the Honda power and all the Honda draftingness.
Yeah, Sean.
How
Just keep
cruel
it
of me
together.
just to be annoying, eh?
So
I'm obviously not looking
yeah.
to pass him, but if he loses it, my teammate's right there.
Yeah, your teammate.
Come on,
is gonna-
teammate. Come on,
Yeah.
teammate. I was trying to give him a run.
No, you got it. It's not quite as fast happening as the GT3s. But I like how Mac has got himself involved at the racing at the front, similar to what he did at the V8s last night at Zolder, crossing across the finish line as P1 and 2 were there, and he's managed to work himself back into the middle of this battle here. So
I think that's what I do. I just get a lap down and then sit behind P1 just so I can get on the stream. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, that's a good strategy, I suppose. One way of doing it.
there you go. So he moved out of the way there for his teammate to be able to glide on by. This is Leon looking
Throw
at
it in, Mark. He better
possibly.
throw it in. He
Yeah.
better. He better.
James is blocking.
Yes.
Oh,
What a good hard
Yeah,
battle,
this-
these guys coming across the line. Not quite
awesome
enough.
stuff.
Well done, James McKenzie, P1. Leon Ware, P2. Daniel Johnson taking out P3 there. And as you folks can hear there at home, if you're watching later on, our TCR race, the first heat race of 8 laps, has been absolutely hysterical for the drivers, having a good fun time. So what better time than to turn around and promote SuperCars NZ, where we don't always have the most serious and competitive races on hand. We also do run a couple of very fun nights, one of those being this one right here, the TCRs. Big thank you to iRacing.com for providing the platform that we run on, and a shout out to Diverse Technology, our weekly sponsor, getting the extra stream this week, Brendan, so I hope you're appreciative of that one for there. Anyone at home who is in the racing side of things looking for some button boxes and bits and pieces, head over to Diverse Technologies NZ on Facebook, get in touch with Brendan and see what he can do for you.
Yeah, stickers. I think he does a whole lot of stuff, eh? Stickers, everything.
Yeah, it does a wee bit. So
Yeah.
while we've got a bit of downtime, I'm going to bring Leon upstairs into the broadcasting lounge quickly.
Involuntarily handed over. Oh God. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
involuntarily.
Very,
handed over.
very, very dangerous
Don't-
bringing someone up.
Don't be talking about me and my involuntary handwork, all right?
All right.
So,
You're on the
and the-
stream. You're on
Yeah,
the stream, Leon.
in the broadcasting lounge, we have Leon Ware managed to, well, I suppose get yourself back towards the front, but not where you started, Leon, in P1. So, a bit of early race dramas and a few cars going off left, right, and centre, and a couple of tangles. But you managed to recover quite nicely, and you got a bit of a team assist there towards the end to nearly re-snag that P1. But James did just enough to block you through that last couple of corners.
He did indeed. He did a good job. He's stoked. He said his heart was pumping the whole time, and yeah, he's pretty happy. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, that's what we'd like to hear. So, give us a quick play-by-play of that first heat race and what you're expecting to happen for the feature, the 18-lapper.
Oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Put it that way. No, it was good fun. So apart from having quite a big moment there at the final sort of section, and then coming off and taking poor old Mike out.
Yeah.
while
Saw
I'm,
you tried
while
to
I'm-
fix that.
While I'm broadcast here, Mike, I'd just like to say, mate, yeah, sorry about that one, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah, hard luck. He had a good start too.
It did.
Apart from that, it was actually really fun. And yeah, I think the 18 laps is going to be pretty cool if everyone keep it together.
Do you feel this is a good track for the TCRs, Leon?
Yeah, because it's not a really high power track.
Yeah.
I think they love it. Yeah, it's you don't need huge amounts of power. It's not like somewhere like Watkins where you're just sitting there full gas going in a straight line for quite some time. It's quite tossy and turny, and you've got some cool sections, and like the straight up the back there, you're the biggest straight of the lot. The toe there can be the difference between getting that run on someone and not. So
Yeah.
person in P2 might find themselves with a little bit of an advantage there, which could be quite cool.
Awesome.
But yeah,
And
no, he's fun.
obviously going back and saying that there is obviously a very long, significant area of a straight, well, flat out section, good for drafting. That doesn't make up for the entirety of the lap though. So how do you find yourself, or where do you put yourself mentally to try and position yourself best to lead into that long straightaway section to try and capitalise on possibly getting another position out of it?
Yeah, well, that tight bit before it sort of makes it a wee bit difficult, I guess, if you're the car behind. Yeah, getting a good exit and a good exit from that first corner and getting wide and keeping as much speed through there is probably going to be the best way to do it. But from the car in front, you've just got to do the same thing as try and keep your speed up and keep the guy behind there. I mean, I guess you could just weave all over the road if you really wanted to. I know Macca would probably do that. No. I was hoping for a rise out of you, but I didn't get it.
A lot like my wife wasn't really listening.
Okay.
I said I was multitasking, but it wasn't. I was just doing something else.
No, men can't do that, apparently. Apparently, this is just from what I've heard. I've never experienced it myself. So. No, but good fun all around, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Nice
See how we go. I'm trying to think of a way of giving back to Mike somehow, and maybe I'll be starting from the pit lane. I don't know.
Well, hey, I mean, you can go and put yourself onto the SVG challenge.
Yeah. Well, it went well for him, so.
Oh, there you go. If you're a real man, you'd do it.
Oh, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me, Dougie.
I think you've got
the only thing I think the only thing you'll do is terrify Mike even more, and he'll go, "Oh God, he's behind me again."
Well, maybe, yeah. Or no.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was in front of him when I went off, and then went backwards into him. So I think that's probably more the danger zone there.
Yeah.
So he might feel more comfortable with being in front. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll have to think of that. Oh, I haven't got long to think of that though, do I?
No, we're about to put you back down, and people will be getting ready to grid. So make sure you've got to put your right amount of fuel in and ready to go, mate.
Thanks for reminding me, Dougie, because my pit crew were a bit useless and forgot to remind me to put more fuel in it.
All good, mate. Well, best of luck for the feature race.
Thanks, buddy.
Luck, Leon.
Thanks, mate.
Try and keep it clean and tidy.
Yeah, we'll see. Righto, boys. Have fun.
See ya.
Yes.
There we go. So we have James McKenzie leading from where he finished the last race. 20 seconds to go before the lights come up. Leon putting some extra fuel in. Daniel Johnson there in third will be looking to stay out of the misfit drama, as there's a scattering of those cars through the field, as you can see. Beautiful red and white coloured cars.
Yeah.
Sean McNamara hasn't joined the crew just yet.
He's still tasking something else instead of this.
I just made the grid with seconds to spare.
Nice.
Yeah, the revs are up and they're
Green,
away.
green.
Look at all of them looking at reacting nicely at the same time. Might possibly getting the better jump of everyone there, coming up, carving through the middle. So Mike's not settling for
Leon
last
took
at
our
this
challenge
race.
by the looks of it. He's starting from the pits. He's just came out of the pits, so let's see where he ends up.
There we go. Come back and have a look at the battles that are happening here. Mike doing a great job in the grey and pink Audi to keep things moving well at the moment.
It looks like Daniel Johnson went off there. He's rejoined back at the field.
Yeah, he has. Oh, as he just rolls back off on the outside there again as well. So
Yeah.
hopefully he hasn't picked up drama. Might just be a wee bit dirty on the tyres. Steve Darren getting bullied by Derek Lovegrove. It's good to see, and we'll see down through here just how quickly the drafting takes effect. As I'm pretty sure it looked like McNamara was weaving in front of his teammate to try and cut that toe. He doesn't want to have a bar of it at the moment.
No, he ain't getting past.
Yeah.
I didn't even have the car started when the light went green. Multitasking it didn't. But anyway, it looks good. We all made it through the first lap bar one car, so that's pretty good.
So far it looks tidier than the first race, so yeah, it seems like everybody got their seriousness on now.
Yep. And
I basically left it in a gear lower.
Okay.
I thought that was an idea in the corners to try and not understeer off, so that was my little learnings from the first race.
Yep, there is a lot to be said about the old quick shift down or the quick shift up, just to be able to control some of that power output or limit it through some of the corners.
Yeah.
So James McKenzie holding off, I suppose, is his dad, is that right? They father and son?
Yeah. James
James
Scott
the
is
younger?
James' father, yeah, that's it.
Nice. So James leading the old man Scott there at the moment. Scott with the big camper van setup, as you can see from his picture, though that is his actual living station and where he has his racing simulator set up. So for those of you at home who may not think that you've got enough room to have a setup, to have a simulator setup, you may want to get in touch with Scott, because if he can make it work in one of those caravan things, I'm sure anyone can make it work with what little space you may have in your lounge, kitchen, dining room, bedroom, cupboard, closet.
Yeah, definitely. I said to Scott the other day, I said, don't feel bad about your lap times if you're a bit slower, because you're doing it in a caravan, and we are sitting all year in our nice rigs and got everything set up properly. So he's actually very fast by having his stuff mounted like that.
Yes. I was wondering how that was going to work. I saw James go off on the grass earlier, and I thought Scott might have been running a wee bit wide for that corner, because it falls off camber as you come across the
Three wide,
top of
guys.
that
Three
crest.
wide.
Yep.
Three wide. He's on.
There's got to be.
Oh, what a save!
Oh, Mikey!
Oh no!
Don't
Oh.
regress.
Steve will be feeling bad about that, because he rubbed across the rear bumper of
Yellow.
of Mike's, and there we go. So he's thrown the yellow to try and help tidy that one up. Sean, how?
Sorry, Sean, I called the yellow flag before you went flying through there, mate. Sorry.
Sean, yeah. He saw a gap and he took it.
I'm here. Sorry, Steve. Obviously, I'm not in their chat. He would have been yelling in the chat. Oh, sorry, boys. I'll call it yellow. And I'm not in there, so.
No. You can't
He
do
was
much
trying to say he
to-
called the yellow. This is interesting. He called the yellow before I went flying past. Don't think so, son. You stay back there.
So there you go. Sean McNamara to the lead over James McKenzie and Steve Darren, after he gave old Mike Limbrick here a rough up. We'll go back and have a
have a look, man.
look
it
at
looked
that.
like a primo save. I'm sure he did
He-
toe in the end or something.
He had saved it, and then I think he still had a bit of corrective hand, and as the tail came back round to stabilise it, jumped back across the other way. So here we go. Here's a view of Mike Limbrick off track with Steve Darren passing.
He's me in the back. Look at me in the back. I was licking my lips at this.
Oh. Came back nicely, but yeah.
Oh,
Once
yeah.
you're at that speed, and it's just impossible to gain regain control of it.
And while we're waiting for the safety car, there was down the back straight, there was a car off before that, and
Yeah,
which
sure.
I passed. They're trying to talk to me, so I'll go down there. I'll go down there and see them.
I'll drag you down there, mate.
Okay, alright.
Thanks, Sean.
I'll be back. Yep, easy.
Just while they're talking about the bits and pieces there of what's happening with the yellow and driver positions and stuff like that. So whilst all of that is happening, we'll quickly drag James McKenzie upstairs and have a yarn to him.
Yeah.
You there, James?
Yep.
James, I've dragged you up into the broadcasting lounge very quickly because we didn't get too much of a chance during the warm-up in between the races, but congratulations on your P1 in the first heat race there, mate. That was really well done.
Oh, cheers. Yeah, well chuffed, eh?
Yeah, and Team Misfits on the charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, it's a bloody good feeling, eh?
It
Yep.
looked like you and your dad had a bit of a battle going there before the yellow came out.
Yeah. No, that's secretly always my goal is be dead. So
That's good. Can you just do a quick favour to us? Can you go and check the rear end dexterity of Sean McNamara's car? Just go and give it a wee nudge for us and just make sure it's nice and solid.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep, cool.
Yeah,
there
that
we
looks
go.
better.
Just as I expected.
yeah.
That's good.
There we go.
No, it was really primo racing there during that first heat race, and we knew you probably had the fingernails digging into the back of the steering wheel.
Mate, the second I got into P1, my heart didn't stop racing, eh? It was just, yeah, far out.
The pressure
And-
never goes away.
It doesn't.
And you're
I was saying to
obviously
the guys, so,
you're enjoying the series, the TCR series.
oh yeah, big time. Yeah, big time. It's I think this might be one of my favourite cars actually. I like
Cool.
the front wheel drive.
Yep.
A lot of people don't, but I like it.
The feel of them and the way that you can race them hard.
Yeah, and the way that like they're forgiving.
Yes.
You know, you just plant the throttle and you'll be sweet.
Yeah.
Yep. No.
And it pulls you through corners and stuff as you accelerate and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
Very
awesome.
good.
You kind of notice quite a difference in the force feedback as well on your steering wheel when you're driving these, eh?
You do. Yeah,
Way-
you do. It
way
gets way
different.
heavier, and
Yeah.
you feel I like the torque steer of them.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you can really feel that when you're going through certain corners and when you plant them, eh?
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah.
It's good. So what's it saying on screen for you there, James? Still, what is there? One lap to go before
Two.
green.
2 to green.
So you might be able to shorten it this time round. I know.
Somebody's going into pits. Looks like a SDI. I'm not sure if that's Sean or Steve.
It's Steve Darren.
Yeah.
Go on in, grab a fast repair, maybe some fresh tyres. Mike Limbrick still in the pits here. Was there any chat downstairs around what was happening with him, about trying to get him back out on track, or is he done? Do you know?
Yeah, no, they were trying to bring him up. I'm not quite sure what's happened with that.
I think
But the idea was to bring him up.
it looked, from what I saw on my screen, Mike caught up to the field, but he was charging to get his lap back, and unfortunately looped it again.
Oh no!
Oh,
Yeah.
he probably. What's the bit he's on? He'll be on cold tires, eh?
Yeah.
Would've been, yeah.
Yeah. No, these things do not like it when they're cold, eh?
Certainly
Yeah.
don't.
Easily 2-3 laps before you start feeling more grip on these.
Easily.
Alright, well we'll leave you to it, James. You can refocus. You're still in P1. It's lap 6 of 18, so
far out. Okay.
Yep. Got
Good luck.
another 12 to go there, buddy, and you just keep your eyes forward and you worry about P2 and P3. They're trying to trip over each other and you just make your gaps. Keep it nice and clean through your apexes and you'll be fine.
Yep. My best.
Cool,
Awesome
man.
stuff.
Enjoy.
Go Team Misfits.
Hey, yeah.
There you go. There was one of your team buddies. He sounds like a pretty good rooster over there, James.
Yeah. I think Scott was trying to get James to get back in the V8 as well. Although I don't think that's going to happen this season, but yeah, hopefully for the next one,
Okay, cool.
we'll have him in the V8s as well. We've actually got 6 guys in total in the Misfit team
Nice.
at the moment. Steve Arthur is one of the other racers, and Ross Watson.
Cool. Yep. Oh, good guys. They're
Yep.
fair, sort of new to the racing as well, but again coming from the background of where they started and how they've developed. They've really come leaps and bounds, haven't they?
Green, green, green.
Yeah, definitely. So Ross is doing better and better each week in the V8s as
Yep.
these guys go racing again.
They are. So that was shortened up, and so Sean making some early appreciative moves and gestures in his car, sitting behind James McKenzie there.
Yeah.
I hope James doesn't worry too much about what's in his mirrors, because as you said, you can very quickly go from being on the nice grey stuff here to being on the green stuff. And the green stuff doesn't like the tyres, nor do they really like the front wheel drive cars altogether. It seems to take a long time to be able to drag them back onto the track once you've gone off, eh?
Yeah, it's almost like once you get those wheels on the grass, it just pulls you off of the track.
Yep.
So yeah, you definitely want to stay on the grey stuff here.
Start swerving, James. Break the toe.
It actually looks pretty good as they come over that hill.
Yep.
Everybody drafting each other. It looks really awesome.
Sometimes it's you look at it and you go, well, just for the way that it is, you let the car behind go. You don't give them the easiest entrance to the next corner, but you let them go because they've had the draft, and you tuck in behind, and then you become the pressure for them for the next lap, and see if you can warrant them into making a mistake. As you see Sean exploring all different lines and filling up the rear mirrors of James. Sean will be moving that car around like that as well to put Trent off from thinking about potentially making any wild moves himself.
Yeah.
And he's actually made a really good run there, both of those guys. So James just conceded 2 spots, maybe quite a lot of wriggling and moaning and groaning happening in the background. Sean McNamara up to first with Trent Bennett gliding through into P2. James still holding on to P3, but he's got the ever-challenging Leon Weir from SDI there in 4th space, ready to round up him as well. So we'll keep an eye on that and see what happens as we come down this long flat-out section here.
Yeah, looks like Leon might have a run, but he's going to be on the outside line there.
Yeah, which will very soon quickly turn onto the inside as well.
Yeah, and that's going to give him the position. Well done.
And that was a really classy move there. James now down to P4 with his old man Scott. So they've found each other there on track, and we'll see if he holds off his old man any more than, well, not sitting out there he won't, but
well, he brought it back.
Dad gave him probably just enough room to stop a door-to-door, but putting himself in the horrible outside line. He's now under threat from Daniel Johnson. So, as you said, this is the reason why we enjoy these TCR Cup racing. From P1 right down through to P7 and P7 at least there.
Yeah.
everyone's still grinding for positions, and
Yeah, it's not over till you've crossed the finish line. Definitely with these cars, it's you find yourself in so many different positions during a lap that you struggle to keep up. But it looks
So-
like Sean has done some secret practice or something, because
I know.
last I've heard he was complaining that he couldn't get the two rhythms with his car, but now it seems like he's got it.
Do you know what? We'll go back to what we were talking about at the start of the stream when we were having a quick natter about the TCR cars.
Yeah.
This race here being a bit longer, a bit more fuel on board.
That's it. Yeah, it could be.
I wonder if he's just coming to terms with the balance of the car feeling a bit better now that there's some extra weight in the back of the car as well.
Exactly.
Not so light and twitching around on the rear unexpectedly.
Yeah. But well, I mean, lap 10. They still got 8 laps to go. I think at this stage it looks like Leon. If Leon doesn't get past Trent, because Leon has definitely got pace to catch Sean, but yeah, I think if Sean keeps it together, he might actually win this tonight.
Well, Sean's coming and he's having an absolute fly. I mean, you look at that now, Trent defending Leon or just holding him up. That's now 2.8 seconds.
Yeah.
That Sean has over Trent.
Yeah. So yeah, that's exactly.
I might bring Sean back upstairs.
Yeah.
Righto, McNamara. You've obviously got the macro Maras box ticked now because you're on a fly, mate.
Yeah, these I'm actually waiting for Leon because he's obviously the quickest one to get past and then hunt me down. So.
Well, he's getting really held up by Trent at the moment. Your gap back to Trent is 2.9 of a second, and Leon's been hunting, and it looks like he might have just found a way round. Trent's not giving it up. No, it hasn't worked. Trent's on the grass, still side by side. Leon's tipped the grass, and he's... Oh my gosh! Oh, he's on the grass again.
Wow.
I love listening to your commentary. It's so good. I was almost watching the same thing on my screen beside me.
Don't do that. You keep your eyes well and truly fixed on what's out the front of your cockpit window there, mate, because you've now got 4.4 seconds to Trent Bennett behind you. It's awesome to see, and we were saying that the just how cool it is that from what was P2 down to P7 and 8 there before, everyone sort of floating within half a second of each other, battling, grinding, drafting, passing.
Yeah.
And it's good. So who's got dinner ready?
I think there was Leon yelling at me that my dinner was ready. So
I heard that in the background.
Might have been the joke. We'd have to ask him, but I think I'll be close to that. So he has got past.
So he has got past.
How did he do it? How did he do it?
Oh, he just Leon-styled move. He jumped up over a curb down in the back area of the double right-hander, and then used a bit of side draft to down the big long straightaway section. So he's got 4.97 seconds with 6 laps remaining to try and drag you in.
There's only 6 laps remaining. Holy, this is soon.
Yeah.
Those safety cars chew up the time, don't they, in the lap?
It did. It did. It was a bit of an unfortunate one there for Mike Limbrick. Looked like he was trying to get back involved with the racing, and then went and took himself out.
I thought Leon got in his way, but that's just my story. Anyway.
So
looks like race control might be busy with Leon again.
Yeah, we'll see what complaints come through.
Yeah.
So Mike Limbrick is actually the car probably about 8 seconds ahead of you.
And you know what? I'm not really catching them that quickly. That shows you these cars from the top of the field to the back. There's not much difference in pace.
Yeah, Leon.
Leon has had a massive off track, and he's dropped down to P7.
Oh well, I'm gonna watch.
See what he's done there.
Oh, it's here, is it?
Yep. Oh.
Oh yeah, it just outbroke him. Not enough brakes there by the looks of it.
This is not a Subaru. Get on the track. So there you go. That's P2 down to P7 and loss there of about seven seconds. So that's back to Sean, and Sean's lead over Trent Bennett in P2, 7.6 seconds. Trent has Scott McKenzie pretty close behind him, with Daniel Johnson from Andrew Johnson Racing sniffing on his rear bumper as he looks to position himself. And there was a big crash there from Scott, and that car is not alive.
I like the damage model. How good is the damage model in these things?
What? Yep, it's not healthy, that one.
Shucks, now you'll have to do.
I'm going to have a quick look back at that of Scott McKenzie.
Yeah, you just clipped the curb there and that threw him off balance.
Oh, look at the tyres. Squared wheels.
What a cool model, damage model.
That's really nice, eh? That's well done. It's awesome. This how iRacing has worked on this stuff and created this at the end of the day. You know, it's such an old platform, but it just keeps keeps
adapting
growing,
and
actually,
changing. Yep.
Adapting, and yeah, it's awesome. I can't wait to see when they bring. Hopefully, they'll bring the Gen 3 supercars for us.
Yep, we had a wee bit of a chat about that last night during the V8 stream, and we sort of both came to a consensus that at the moment it wouldn't be a good time to do it, just while there's still quite a bit of talk about parity and stuff like that. But I'm sure once supercars have got a handle on that, the iRacing team will be there pretty quickly to go and scan those new cars in. So
yeah, that's going to be awesome.
So while these guys in P2 and P3 are about to chase each other down, there's a wee message that rolls across the top of the stream there. Pete, would you like to give the people at home a bit of a heads up about what that's about and what they could do if they were to read that?
Yeah, so if you look on top of your screen there, you'll see All Ports NZ. If you head over to their website and get yourself some good, nice racing goodies there, they've got some cool Sparko gear and stuff. Go check them out, and when you check out, use the discount code SCNZ, and that'll get you a nice 15% off, which is bloody awesome from All Ports. And thanks All Ports for sponsoring us and putting out all these nice and cool products that you've got out there.
Yeah, that's that is awesome, and a man who's a true testament to All Ports Motorsport and the Sparko gaming gear is this man here, who's turned up with never raced the flipping things in his life, and he's about to take out maximum championship points with 3 laps to go. Sean McNamara sitting comfy in his Sparko gaming racing seat there, using his Sparko gloves with his Sparko socks, with his Sparko brandy and Sparko ice, and his Sparko cat down beside him that always meows on stream.
I just put a Sparko Momo wheel off them too for my car, so yeah. I think I'm addicted to allports.net or Allports NZ actually. Yeah, it's heaps of fun. It is off selected gear, not off all Sparko stuff, obviously, because he's not made of money. But it's definitely well worth travelling the old website and having a look, man. Pretty cool, cool stuff.
Yeah, they've got a ton of stuff. They're Motorsport affiliated, so anything and everything. If you're not only a sim racer, or if you know people that do real life racing, they've got all the gears there as well, from cooling kits through to seats to your safety gear, your harnesses, gloves, helmets, racing suits, boots, and all that. So If you're a die-hard sim racer like me, you know, you can go buy all the real-life gear and sit in your seat like the Stig.
You sound like you're explaining my rig to me, mate.
Sean has to
really
lift
a-
his visor up every once in a while to de-sweat. But
It's
look
really
at this battle. Couple of laps to go. McNamara with his Macro Maras is tapped out at the front.
Macro Mara, that's a good one.
But
Yeah.
P2 through to P6, 7. Look at that. It's
Just
on
another-
P6, P2 to 6. Yeah, look at that. Dicey. So Trent Bennett over Daniel Johnson, Steve Darren, Leon Weir, and Derek Lovegrove just trailing in behind there. So Leon looking like he's going to go and put the pressure on Steve coming down into the braking zone here. Steve's actually opened up a wee gap down the inside of there and just closed it off again. Yep. So
Is that on the entry to the fastest corner?
yeah.
Holy.
He's bouncing all over the place. He's really trying hard to get past Steve, and Steve is blocking him.
Who said no team orders here at SDI?
To be honest, we race even harder if it's your teammate. Little bump and runs are never a problem. It's the other teams you try not to do that to.
Oh, and there he goes
Oh.
off behind him. Shucks.
They need you out there, Peter. Hey,
Oh, shucks.
hey, show them how to do it. Show them how to do it.
Don't
Yeah,
think I
Steve,
would've been
team
really
orders have come in. Let Leon pass. He may be able to have a go at Daniel Johnson. But if he doesn't, Leon will have to give it back at the end.
Yeah, that's a little bit dirty talk at the moment around the supercars, isn't it?
It
The old
sure
team
is.
orders. Yeah. Is he giving it to him? I think he's making him work hard for it.
Hey, he's
certainly
making
is.
him work. Yeah.
Really hard. Oh! Oh no, he's walked him off into the grass and it's gone tits up. Leon's been smoked by team boss. Oh, he's got a redress right in front of him. Oh,
That's
God.
Leon's race, I reckon.
McNamara walking across the line, bringing up the white flag. 10 seconds clear of Trent Bennett, P2. Steve Darren, no holds bar, P3, up 3. So Daniel Johnson there at some points managed to have a problem too. He's crashed. Let's have a squiz of that. That was just before Leon's one.
That corner's getting everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, that's catching
Oh,
him.
he's,
That little
oh,
curve there.
he's just
Here
gone
we
out
go.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he managed to keep it on the track, but parked up pretty much where Leon had gone off.
Some real good racing. But yeah, this is really the backbone of SuperCars NZ. This, I'd say, one of the top racing here tonight. They're always there, never mind if it's just a fun race or if it's a serious thing. You always see their names there, and it's so awesome to race with these guys. I'm really happy to be part of this league.
Yep, no, we appreciate that, Pete. It's been a long time developed from early days of COVID with a couple of mates that sit around and drink beers and like doing some car racing. To now we're a big bunch of mates who like to sit around, drink beer and car race. So I'm going to chuck Sean back downstairs quickly. Well done, Macca. We'll catch up with you again shortly. Let him go and spread the glory of his win there amongst the others. Well done. Trent Bennett coming across the line, P2. And Steve Darren, the man who wasn't prepared to give it up for anyone, rounded out P3. So there you go. That's your championship podium there. Daniel Johnson not too far behind, P4. Derek Lovegrove there. Second car back for Team Misfits. James McKenzie across the line, not quite.
No, I think he's still getting there. Oh no.
Yep, must be.
Yeah, he's passed, yeah. Unless he was a lap down or something.
No, not a lap down, but just out of position. So James McKenzie's still to come up. Leon Weir, well and truly sitting out the back with his his car. So if anyone doubted whether or not sim racing could, oh my God, be realistic, that's some evidence there, because that is what
That
was
Honda.
a Honda Civic.
That Honda is now a lawnmower. It's just
Yep.
mowing lawns.
There you go, James making up P6 across the line. So there we go. That's the TCRs, folks, from All Ports Motorsport Supercars NZ, with Diverse Technologies NZ as our weekly sponsor. Big thanks again to iRacing.com. Big thank you to you, Pete. I hope you've enjoyed yourself with your first wee taster to the broadcasting lounge, and getting a bit of an understanding of what goes on in the background with the streaming side of things. If you keep an eye out for Pete in the near future, you may see a few more of these events coming up, and maybe some Piston Cups racing from the end of the week. But yeah, so hopefully we haven't scared you off too much.
No, definitely. Thanks for having me along, Doug. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into it and yeah, keep bringing this exciting racing to our viewers.
Yeah, it's awesome stuff. So yeah, anyone at home wanting to come and join in the fun, or just get some, I don't know, some dirt on us and see what we do and get up to, come and jump on Facebook. Look up SuperCars NZ Community, or community page. Join that one. If you're a racer at home with a computer and a setup, hit us up on Discord. Send us a message, and we'll be happy to have you come along and join in the fun racing that we do. Once again, thank you, Pete. This has been Doug, Broadcasting Lounge. It's Wednesday, midweek. Let's roll on tomorrow night, Thursday, GT3's brand new circuit, Aragon. I know it sounds like something out of the Lord of the Rings or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely a new track to a few of us. So yeah, it's going to be challenging, but also exciting to learn it and see how we go.
There'll be a few purchases for that one going through, and a lot of new people trying to come to terms with how that works. Anyway, thank you very much, and have a good night.
Cheers, everybody.